All right, and hello everyone. It is I, Gomi, and we're going to be going over UFC 280. What happened? Oh man, this was a pretty good card that I will say overall didn't fully live up to the hype. Just going over some of the fights that did happen, but I won't cover much. Carl Rosa defeats Lena Landsberg with a decision. Muhammad Makhachev submits Malcolm Gordon in the third round. Armen Petrosian wins a decision against AJ Dobson. Habib's cousin Nurmagomedov, forgive my pronunciation, but he wins a decision against, forgive me again, Omar Gadziev. I'm so sorry. Volkan Oezdemir went to war against Nikita Krylov, but gassed out. And Nikita Krylov won by decision. Lots of decisions. Caio Borralho versus Mahmoud Muradama. Caio won by decision. And then we'll go to the fights that I will talk about. The people's fight that should have been on the main event. Honestly, it deserved to be on the main card. Belal, remember how to strike Muhammad. I picked Belal Muhammad. You guys can go back, and I said I picked Belal Muhammad, and I said I thought his striking was better than Brady, despite many people feeling that Brady had the better striking. And I did call it. I said neither guy is going to take each other down. It's going to be a kickboxing match. And lo and behold, Brady actually tried to, but Belal Muhammad, he stuffed his takedowns. He stuffed 5 takedowns. And I'm gonna say this right now, not only did he do that, he looked damn good. I mean, look good how he normally does, because as much as we all meme on Belal Muhammad, and I meme on Belal Muhammad, he looks good in all his fights. It's just boring. He didn't only just look good, it was exciting. That was the best fight of all the fights on the prelims. And man, he really took it to him. He took some time to find his range, and once he found his range, he made a home for that right hand, and he just did what he normally did, which is just onslaught, just volume, pure volume. And the thing is, though, that volume was backed by great accuracy. He really brought it to him. Granted, I say great accuracy, but he's actually 38%. He landed 80 of 209, but it didn't matter because the shots he landed, they hurt. That was a great fight. Sean Brady lost his O. Belal Muhammad took his undefeated record, and now Belal Muhammad has beat, I believe, 3 people in the top 10 at the welterweight division. And he's screwed. He's screwed because everyone else has a fight. Leon Edwards, Usman. Colby Covington is in the talks of fighting Khamzat Chimaev. Whether or not that actually happens, we don't know, but that's the fight Dana's looking to make. Honestly, it should be Belal Muhammad versus Khamzat Chimaev, for the case. And then Burns is looking to take on Jorge Masvidal, so that leaves no one for Belal Muhammad to fight except fighting down. But that's just the thing. Who's he gonna fight down against now? He's gonna have to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov. But no, he's never mind. He's already fighting Jeff Neal. Like, Belal Muhammad is screwed. He can't. Wonder Boy's already fighting. Can't fight him again. And he beat Sean Brady. He beat Vicente Luque. Like, who is Belal Muhammad gonna fight? He's gonna have to sit and wait. And if he sits and wait, honestly, he's not gonna get a title shot from that, despite him deserving it, which sucks. I know I'm a big Belal Muhammad hater, but in this case, he deserves. He fought his way up. He fought his way down even. He fought top guys above him, and he fought guys below him. I honestly, screw Colby, give him Khamzat. Whatever the case, then we move to the main event. Katlyn Chookagian versus Manon Fiorot. Was not impressed by that fight. It was not that, I'm sorry, it was not that good a fight. Whatever the case is, Manon Fiorot, she should probably get a title shot against Valentina Shevchenko now. She landed a little bit more strikes. She got the one takedown, which I feel is what stole her the fight, to be honest with you. But otherwise, it's very evenly matched. Katlyn Chookagian did a very good job with her distance control. Manon and Fiorot were striking very sloppily and very wide, throwing way too much power and too much swinging shots, up until she started to find her range, I'd say, in the second round. And then she just started hitting her more. And like I said, the takedown was what sealed the deal. Overall, it wasn't the most entertaining fight. It went to a decision by Manon and Fiorot. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't find the women's flyweight division that deep. But I am excited for Rose's fight. Or not Rose, sorry. I am excited for Zhang's fight coming up against Carla Esparza. Mainly because of women fighters, I really like watching Zhang. Moving next to the saddest fight for me. Mateusz Gamrot versus Beneil Dariush. I didn't say Beneil had no chance, but I was heavily leaning towards Mateusz. I did have favoritism towards him, but Beneil shut up a lot of people who were high on the Mateusz Gamrot hype train. I still think Mateusz is an amazing fighter. I still think he's great. The fact that he was able to beat Arman Tsarukyan, granted, very split decision, like that's nothing to snuff at, and he did good in this fight. It's just that Beneil was the better fighter. He was a higher level. Stuffing 4 of his takedowns, not through wrestling skills. I still feel Mateusz was the better wrestler, but what Beneil had the clear advantage of was his jiu-jitsu. He effectively used his jiu-jitsu to shut down his takedowns, so he wasn't able to land a single one, and then he proved to be the better striker, landing more strikes at a more accurate clip, actually getting a knockdown on Mateusz. That knockdown at the end of the 3rd round, oh, that was a brutal shot, perfectly timed on Beneil's part. Very, very good. I just gotta say, overall, man, it's just Mateusz landing only 4 takedowns just simply wasn't enough. 4 of 19. Beneil had the better striking, better jiu-jitsu. Honestly, Beneil, he at this point has the right to sit out and wait for a title, but I don't think he should do that because waiting is what screwed him. Something could happen in the meantime. What I feel Beneil Dariush should really do is he should really, really press for that Charles Oliveira fight. He should press to fight Charles Oliveira because that's his quickest way to get a shot against Islam. He was already booked to fight him, and that would be a good fight. Beneil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira. That would be a fun fight. Moving next to the most controversial fight of the night. I'm going to make a video talking more at length about this. Petr versus Sean O'Malley. I will be perfectly honest with you guys. I bet O'Malley by decision. I put money on it. I actually double bet on it for some stupid reason. I don't know why. I don't. But it's hard to say. I do think there's a high case that Jan won, and honestly, I lean more towards that. But O'Malley still deserved to be in the competition for winning. He deserved to be in the competition. A guy who never fought anyone ranked in the top 10, I mean, other than Munoz, but that wasn't a fight. He brought it to the former champion, someone you could argue is champion, #1 contender. He brought the fight to him. He had more significant strikes, and he bled him bad. Yes, Petr. He had 6 takedowns of 13, but those takedowns he didn't do anything with. He had more control time, but he didn't do anything with the control time. But judges are wishy-washy, flippy-floppy. Control time, damage. It's hard. It's muddied. We need more strict judging. We need open scoring. We need all this to prevent stuff like this from happening. But whatever the case is, do not take away from Sean O'Malley. Do not take away from him. The fact that he was able to even stand and survive against Petr is impressive. The fact that he was able to beat him, arguably, is even more impressive. Honestly, Sean O'Malley looked pretty good. He struggled a little bit at the first, but then he started to find his range. And then, of course, Jan being the slow starter he is, then towards the second round, that was pretty much all Petr. He started a little bit faster, but round 3 was where Sean O'Malley was able to take it with that perfectly timed knee, and then he just press the pace. Simple as that. He pressed the pace. Moving on to Aljamain Sterling versus TJ Dillashaw for the co-main event. Domination. Absolutely not even. And there wasn't even a fight. Was not even a fight. Now, I don't like Aljamain Sterling. I don't like him, but please do not take away from him. Yes. TJ Dillashaw was injured. He had that injury. Honestly, from the skill set I saw, I don't think the fight would have went that differently. I think if TJ Dillashaw was full power, he would have lasted maybe 2 more rounds. But I think everything Aljo showed was good enough. He's definitely deserving being a champ, and he demolished TJ Dillashaw. But man, that nobody's gonna give him credit. It's okay, Aljo. I am not a fan of yours, but I will give you credit. I will absolutely give you credit for that. He looked damn good. I don't care if it was a guy with one arm. He looked damn good. And you could tell, too, he was going light on him. His corner, getting Ray Longo screaming, hit him in the shoulder. Aljamain Sterling sitting there looking at Dillashaw like, your shoulder's out. TJ's like, my shoulder's out. Looks at the ref. I can't remember. I don't know if it was no, it wasn't Herzog. It was Mark Goddard. And Mark Goddard's just like, was it Mark Goddard? I can't remember. Just didn't care. Just said, I guess you died today, TJ. And Aljamain Sterling beat the living piss out of him with a round 2 TKO. And then the main event, Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was ready to make a whole long video about this fight, but Islam surprised me. I have video evidence that the fight went exactly how I expected it to, but far faster. I said this. Charles Oliveira's striking defense is awful. Islam's striking defense is excellent. Here's the thing though. I didn't expect Islam to improve his striking that much, that rapidly. Charles Oliveira really had almost nothing for him. He made the stupid mistake of pulling him into his guard in the first round. I think he took Islam lightly, and Islam most certainly did not. Oh man, he outstruck him, outgrappled him, and then submitted the submission king. Absolutely insane. It was just pure domination by Islam's part, honestly. Really, the only thing I would give Charles is he had a really solid up kick. That was a good up kick. But the fact that Islam took it, oof. Like I said, man, everyone was holding that one knockout over Islam's head, but he is a far different fighter, as was Charles. But Charles did lose the same way he last lost, actually, which is getting outstruck. I didn't think Islam would be the man to do that. Knocked him down. But Islam went into his guard, but he was patient. He was careful. He was calm. He didn't make mistakes. That's the thing about Islam that I said. He was a perfectionist. He did not make mistakes. So he was able to quickly get that submission. He was able to get that arm triangle. And he had such a tight squeeze. Charles tapped fast as hell. Islam Makhachev is our new UFC lightweight champion. The champion of the world, Islam Makhachev. And I love that bit with Volkanovski coming in there. Also, by the way, guys, Islam is unratedly funny. He is very funny. He is underrated in how funny he is. DC puts him on the mic. You're looking to fight the #1 pound for pound fighter in the audience. Islam, what is this guy? I don't see him. He's short. But yes, father's plan came to fruition. Habib now is a champion, aka now is a champion back at their gym, and it's Islam Makhachev. And I don't want you guys going, oh, it's gonna be a boring era. Since when is Islam Makhachev boring? My man has more finishes than decisions. I believe he has double the amount of finishes he has decisions. And then he just submitted the submission king, the finish king. He finished the guy with the most finishes. Come on, guys. Put some respect in Islam's name. Shout out to Charles Oliveira. He tried his best. He fought in enemy territory. He was getting booed the whole way through. But ultimately, this night goes to Islam Makhachev. And my prediction about UFC 284 is all but confirmed. Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski for the main event, lightweight title. Better not be for featherweight. There was talks about featherweight. No. Nick said the butt. And then Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa is the co-main event. Super excited. This was a great card. I will not be able to get such rapid coverage for the next card because I will not be able to watch it live, unfortunately. But oh, make no mistake, I will be there for the next, and I am greatly anticipating 281, which I probably am going to like a little bit better because Izzy and Dustin are on it. This has been Gomi. Bye-bye.